guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a first impression on a foundation, which I haven't done in so long. I find these super informative when I watch them because investing in a foundation is really critical, and it's good just to kind of get people's feedback on what worked and what didn't work for their skin type. The courier has just arrived and delivered a very exciting package from Huda Beauty, and I instantly was like, no, I need to do a review on this because I'm very interested myself. So we have got the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Full Coverage Liquid Foundation. So I actually didn't get sent, apart from this, a press release. So I've just jumped on the Huda Beauty website to get the information. So I actually didn't realize this has been something they've had for quite a long time, but it sounds like they've reformulated it. The faux filter is back with the same full coverage and long-lasting properties you know and love from the OG formula, but with 24-hour flexible wear, a luminous matte finish, and it's fragrance-free. I always kind of I don't quite understand the idea of matte and luminous. Like, that is a big call in a foundation. I'm very interested to see how it will sit. I kind of understand what they're trying to say, but it's quite a vast promise, if you know what I mean. The true filter effect gives instant coverage so seamless that it instantly unifies skin tone and texture as if it blurs skin to give a radiant finish. The non-cakey formulation is life-proof, so that means that it's waterproof, super long wear, 24-hour, transfer proof, fade proof, sweat proof, humidity proof. That is some big calls. Huge calls. No matter what the weather, occasion or situation, Faux Filter Luminous Matte will never let you down. Wow. The coverage is full, finish is meant to be matte luminous. If you guys aren't aware, they're also vegan. So yeah, if this foundation lives up to everything it says it does, this will be a huge game changer for me when it comes to potentially stocking out my kit for bridal clients. But yeah, we'll just see how it wears. So it looks like they've got 39 colors in the range. I thought I'd better give you guys a little bit of a rundown of my skin type, what I like in a foundation, and any major concerns that I have with my skin, just so that you can compare it up against your own. For me, I sit in that dry combination skin type. I don't have any major concerns. It's just generally hydration that I like to focus on, and anti-aging now. And I'm more of a gold undertone, so I need those gold warm foundations for my skin. So this is the packaging here. Really just nice, simplistic. It's plastic, not glass, matte lid. It's actually 35 mils, which is 5 mils more than your typical foundation container. So I thought I'd use some other Huda Beauty products that I have just to kind of give the best compatible results with the foundation. So to prime, I'm going to be using their Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. This is really nice. There's no oil in it, just adds a surge of hydration. So I will apply this all over. So the shade I'm applying today is 230N. So as you can see, it is a pump dispenser, which I personally love. I just find you don't waste as much product because it just gives you that allocated amount each time. Okay, so we'll start at the center. Doesn't really have a smell to it. First impression so far, it goes on with quite a medium coverage straight away. It's not like a thin formula, which I wasn't expecting anyways because it is a full coverage foundation. Kind of have to work with it quick because I feel like the moment I'm moving away from an area and go back to it, it feels a little stiff, so gotta work quick. It's like instantly matte, like instant. I'm gonna put a little bit more through my cheeks just to gain a little bit more coverage through here, but so far the color's looking really good. I'm happy with that. So this is the side without any on, and then that's the side with it applied. I just haven't done a heap on my forehead. I'll do that soon. When applying, I found you had to move it very quickly because it sets very quickly. I don't think there's any oil in this from what I can tell when looking at it, so there's no slip to work with. It gives off this really beautiful, soft, powdery look to the skin. I really like it. It sits nicely. Quite natural but still full, which I am impressed with. It's not taking well to my nose at all. Okay, so I've achieved everything I want to with my coverage. I've gone with a good medium to maybe like verging ever so slightly full. First off, I really like the color. I think the color is nice. I like how you can still see my skin, but it feels quite like full with the application. I'm not loving the way it's sitting on the surface of my skin. I've worn full coverage matte foundations before and they haven't sat as drying on my skin. It may soften out quite a bit throughout the day, so I don't want to speak too soon. And I'm also noticing the lines around my mouth are starting to crease quite quickly already, so that is concerning because again, that's not something that I like to be amplified. Pores aren't noticeable. I've also found it's quite dry around my nose and really amplifies any dryness, which I didn't even know I had. So that's awesome. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup now and come back to you guys. So this is today's look applied. So while I was applying, I found the makeup was really sturdy in the way of like not shifting when I was blending in certain areas. The color's still sitting really nicely. I haven't found that it dried down darker than what it is. You know, there is a difference between something that oxidizes slowly throughout the day and then something that dries down a little bit darker. It seems to be very true to its first applied state. The more I think about this, this is definitely more of an evening foundation for me as to opposed to a daytime one, I feel, just with how it sits on the surface of my skin. I have noticed that my nose is still looking really kind of like dry and patchy, which I generally don't ever get with foundation, so it's definitely amplified around that area. All right, we're just gonna do a quick little photo with the flash on to see if we get any flashback from it. So it's a little bit on the fence. I personally feel there's a little bit of flashback that's peeking through there. I'm gonna take another one later on tonight when it's dark and just see how that compares. It's currently 9 AM in the morning. So yeah, I'll check in the next couple of hours. Right, so it is currently 10 to 3. I put this on at 9. It's been on for roughly about 6 hours now. I haven't been doing anything strenuous when it comes to my daily activities. It's mainly just been editing and doing emails. So I'm sorry I haven't really been throwing it around too much to cause any dramatic kind of movement. But yeah, so looking at it at first glance, it has definitely got a little bit more of a glowy look. So I can understand what they're saying. It like goes on matte, will stay kind of matte, but softens out. Definitely doesn't look shiny, it just has softened out a lot on the surface of the skin. One thing I did forget to do before is check how good it was with transfer, because it did say it was transfer proof. It's actually, okay, there's nothing on my knuckles, so that was really good. Really good actually. Yeah, okay, I'm actually really impressed, especially after 6 hours of having like oils come through. Nothing major has amplified. I actually probably prefer the texture of this than what it was when I first applied it because it has softened out. Yeah, nothing's really moved, which is great. So I will come back in another couple of hours and we'll see how it's looking. Okay, so I am back. And I was gonna be back a lot earlier than this. I do apologize, but I got busy. Okay, so I'm here now. It is 9:25 at night, so it's been on for over 12 hours now. I've actually just been out shooting down at the beach for a campaign. So we were out in the sun and the wind for a good hour, hour and a half. So yeah, anyways, let's have a look and see how it's looking. Oh, okay, very quite shiny. Looking at it up close though, it's still really intact, if you know what I mean. It's not like it's falling off my face. It hasn't gone patchy. I'm just using this like transfer proof thing again. So I get my knuckles in there. Like a little bit of shine on there, but it doesn't look like the foundation. So definitely, you know, that transfer proof is pretty darn good. Maybe it's gone like quarter of a shade darker, but I would put that down to a couple of factors like translucent powder, bronzer, all those weighing factors on top of it as well. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of translucent powder over top of it just to see how well it takes it. Right, so just blotted my skin down. This is how it's all looking. I'm looking at it thinking it looks quite similar to how I first applied it at 9 AM this morning. All it really needed was a good dusting down where that shine came through, and then it feels like it's back to how I wanted it to look, which is quite interesting. If anything, I actually love how it's sitting on my skin even more so than at 9 o'clock this morning. The tip of my nose is still a little bit patchy, got some redness peeking through. Just wasn't having a bar of it, eh? Like, my nose just didn't like it. It actually reminds me a lot of NARS Natural Radiance foundation. It just hates my skin, especially my nose. Kind of gives me that vibe with the formulation. But what I've noticed is, overall, I've got no patching. It's like the foundation has just stayed and gripped to the entire surface of my skin. It hasn't got heavy and it hasn't tried to shift anywhere, which is super impressive because a lot of the time I find foundation, at least somewhere, you know, let's exclude the nose, will like to shift quite immensely, but it just looks so good everywhere. This has actually surprised me. There's some elements of this foundation that I love and some that I'm not like overly thrilled about. I love the instant coverage, definitely. I love the color tone. I'm not a huge fan of how it sat on my skin when it came to complexion. I think it's just because it's more of a full coverage evening or like special occasion kind of foundation. For me, I wouldn't wear this every day. I would wear it for more of a special event, for more of that, you know, matte finish, full coverage kind of vibe. Super impressed with the durability and also the fact that I didn't have any transfer when I would touch my skin. So yeah, it's like one of those things. I think it's just, there's some elements of it I didn't love because I think it's suited for certain times to be wearing it. So for me, I think it's just more of an evening kind of foundation where I want more fuller coverage, want a nice matte finish. I might take a flash photo actually now that I say that, just to see if that flashback's really coming through. Okay, so I actually think that photo was better than the one that I took earlier on during the day. Looking at that, it actually came through pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully I've made your decision easy whether you think this is something for you or not. Do let me know in the comment sections below if it sounds like a foundation for you. If you've got any questions in general about it, feel free to ask away. I probably have forgot a whole lot of stuff, so you know, just hit me up. And do let me know of other foundations you guys want me to review. I'm really looking forward to doing some more. So yeah, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to be a part of my channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.